Hey there guys, I have a battle for you. Today I joined this tournament and here we go. Let me just go to my versus recorder and let's start it off. So, hold on. Now, first, see, this is the team I'm using for my tournament. I won't say the items on it, so I just keep it secret, but people can tell from the video. Okay, now this is what happened first. First, he goes out with. First, I go out with my Deoxys, and he goes into his Rayquaza. So with his Rayquaza out, I'm like, okay, I'm not afraid of this. Doesn't matter. I have my pressure, more PPP usage. So he goes for extreme speed to go first. He's gonna outspeed me for sure. This Deoxys defense is really slow. I have the counter on this to counter its move back. Did the same damage as it did to me. And I use leftovers, as you can read there, to regain the health back. He goes for a Hyper Beam. I don't know why he has Hyper Beam. That move sucks in 5th gen. So I set up my spikes to have some damage up. So next turn he has to recharge. So I get my leftovers. Next turn he has to recharge. So I go for my recover. So I can recover all my health back. So with all my health, all my health back. Next turn he goes for a Dragon Pulse. That's what he should have done it first of all. So with that, I set up my layer spikes. Another layer spikes. And I think right here, I go for a recover. I get my leftovers. He goes for a Dragon Pulse. And I go for a recover. Which is great. Now, I'm like, I should like let this Deoxys die because I'm about to set up my last layer of spikes, I think. So, let's see. So I'm like, he goes for a Dragon Pulse. Okay, Dragon Pulse, it does the same amount of damage it did. I'm in the red. I live with 5. He gets a critical hit. Try to go for the counter to see if that kills it, but it failed. I do not know why. For some reason it just did. I get the leftovers. I'm like, okay, I should have just let this guy father my Deoxys, but forget. So I bring out my Pringles. Yeah, Pringles. So he goes for a Dragon Pulse. With that Dragon Pulse, I'm like, okay, that did quite a lot. So I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, but he goes for a fly. He flies up high in the air. So with that, my attack misses. Next turn, I get my leftovers. Then next turn, he's gonna go for a. He's gonna hit me with the fly. So with that, at the fly, I get the cursed body on him, so disable his fly, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp to burn him. But soon enough later, it's gonna disappear. So I get my leftovers. I'm like, okay, let this Pringles get farther, let him kill himself, let him die. I don't really care. He goes for a Dragon Pulse. I'm okay. Pringles did his job. He had burned, but I was hoping him for the live, for the recover, and try to, shadow ball him, scald him, like waterfall him, and all that. Now I send out my Garchomp, and I know this Garchomp is gonna outspeed Rayquaza, but he withdraws and he sends out his Milk Tank. With that, he gets hurt by spikes, and I go for the Dragon Claw. And that does quite a bit to Milk Tank, because I have a Milk Tank, and he's really defensive. And I go for the Swords Dance on my Garchomp. With that Swords Dance up, I'm gonna go. Well, he goes for a Heal Bell to heal up his Rayquaza burn. So I was like, oh, okay, that's messed up. But I know I knew my Garchomp can take it out. So I'm like, okay, Dragon Claw. Milk Tank. I have +1s, so that should kill it, and I do kill it. Dragon Claw for the win. That is great. So he sends out his Rampardos. I'm like, this Rampardos can't outspeed me. So I'm like, okay. Conqueror, Garchomp uses Earthquake. With that Earthquake, Rampardos is dead. Easy 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Nobody uses Rampardos anymore that I know of. So I was like wondering why he's using it. Next he goes off with his Rayquaza. I'm like, okay. Easy 1, 2, 3. Dragon Claw. Kill it. Outspeed it. I laugh because I know I'm gonna win this. I think I already took out 4 of his pokes, so I'm okay with that. Now, this is like Garchomp is like killing everything because it's like an overpowered motherfucker. The spikes damage, and I go for an Earthquake. And with that Earthquake, I'm gonna kill his Victini right away. And you know, Victini, he's supposed to be a legendary, but no, he's not really. He's not. He's just, you know, normal. He's okay. I go for the Dragon Claw and the Skarmory. This is his last poke, and I'm like, okay, that Dragon Claw really do anything. I get hurt by Rocky Helmet. I'm like, okay. He goes for the Steel Wing. I don't know why. My Garchomp gets his health back with leftovers. I'm gonna return my Garchomp back and send out my Deoxys for fodder so I can get a careful switch into my Victini. So he goes for Steel Wing. With that, my Deoxys dies. I'm like, okay with that because I know I'm gonna win this. I send out my V, aka Victini. I don't know why I named it V, just because of its ears shaped like a V. He switches out. Oh, that was his not last Pokemon. It was Magmortar and Skarmory. Okay, so with that, I go for the Fire Blast at Magmortar. Do a nice chunk for being a fire type and resisting it. I think that was great. Lost some HP. I go for the Focus Blast and see what happens. That Focus Blast, I think he lives with a sliver of health. Right there. The sliver. So he goes for the Fire Blast on me. I resist it kind of well. Not so bad. And then from there, I go for the Thunder. Just to, like, destroy it. And that Thunder with Victini's ability, it's mostly gonna always hit. Always. He sends out his Skarmory. I'm like, okay. Next, I Fire Blasted because I knew that was his last poke, and I kill it. And I win the first round of the tournament. Now, I take some HP, and I win. Thanks for the battle. And this is the first round I won. Thanks.